Hello, football coaches and football players. My name is Football Coach Allen, and today I'm going to give you a practice plan that you can run with your flag football team. So I was asked by Billy Evers if I had any football practice plans for a team that's under the age of 10 and for a 6-week season where he only has a 1-hour practice each week. So this is a great practice plan for anyone who has that same kind of circumstance. So first off, personally at that level, I would be focusing more on skills and drills than on plays. On plays, you're okay to have maybe 2 to 3 simple, easy plays, but you want to really focus on the skills and the drills. Now, when it comes down to the practice, I would only maybe focus 10 minutes, 15 minutes a week per practice, just on plays. Something easy and simple to get your team running, and that's still giving your team cardio when you're practicing the plays and everything like that. But when it comes over to it, I would be focusing in the 1 hour, 45 to 50 minutes of just drills alone, so that they can get better at football. So let's get down to the clipboard. Let me show you some of the drills that I would run in a single 1-week practice of 1 hour. So after our warm-up, which usually takes, I would say 5 to 7 minutes, after talking about planning and what we're going to do in the practice, I would say after the first 10 minutes, I would be running this drill for the next 10 minutes, which is going to be having these players, one player at a time, first player in line, running forwards. Player 4 is now going to be passing to player 1, and now player 1 is going to be sprinting, trying to get past those 2 cones before player 4 chases him down and pulls his flags. Now, this is a flag pulling drill. It's also a passing drill. It's also a receiving drill and running drill, and trying to evade this guy who's trying to pull his flags. Now, at the same time, once these 2 players are through, the player who is red in this case is going to go in the back of this line. The player who is in the blue, he is going to go up and around to this line. Very simple. And I would run this through for about 10 minutes so that now we can get the whole team through the drill a couple of times, and they are learning multiple different skills in this fantastic drill. Now in this next drill, the first player in the line, we're going to say this line starts with the football. He's going to try and run over and get past these 2 cones. Meanwhile, player 4, he is going to be going and trying to pull player 1's flags so that player 1 cannot continue to run. It's a very fun drill, and again, once they're finished, blue is going to go in the back of that line, red is going to go in the back of that line. Very simple, very easy, and I would run this drill for the next 10 minutes as well. Now we've gotten through 30 minutes of the practice. For the next 10 minutes, here's the next drill I would run. I would have both players, and I would run this throughout the whole field, all the way down. I wouldn't just have 2 players going at once and everyone else just standing still doing nothing. I would probably get a couple of different lines going all the way downfield, get a couple of pylons, maybe have them only 10 yards apart. And what I would do now is have both of these players with flags. And what I would do is they would be running back and forth, defensive shuffling, trying to get past one another to get over to in our case, the end zones, which is between those 2 pylons. Now, the idea behind this is for these 2 players, meanwhile, they're trying to get to the end zones, but they're also trying to pull the opponent's flags so that now that opponent also loses. So there's 2 ways of losing in this drill: allowing your opponent to get through those pylons or for him to lose his flags. Now for the next 5 to 10 minutes, I would be running my team through not necessarily an obstacle course, but basically a challenge to see which team can be the quickest between the pylons. And what we're going to do is have players 7 and 7 on each team. They're going to be running through the pylons and running back to this pylon and hitting it. And they're both going to be doing that at the same time. Now, once they get to this pylon, they're going to pass the ball back. So once they get through, they're going to be passing the ball back to the next player in their line, and that player is now going to be running through. And you're going to be hopefully seeing your team run as fast as possible. For 1, this is cardio. For 2, it's passing a little bit. But for 3, it's teamwork, trying to see if your team can work together and cheer each other on. Now, I hope that these drills help your team, Billy Evers, and others to win more games, and I will see you guys in our next video coming on Friday.